Hey everyone, it's Christian from the Amatory Murder on our Dreamers and Screamers tour. The city of Asheville, North Carolina needs our help. We pulled in and you could see the devastation. I'm currently in Asheville where we're playing at the 27 Club, which is across the street. And across the street from the 27 Club is this. They're still devastated from Hurricane Helene. I just conducted a brief interview with these wonderful rescue workers that I met, and they've expressed that there is limited help from our government. The media is misrepresenting everything that has happened. These people are still struggling. There are people missing. They're conducting rescue missions to find these missing people. They don't have running water. They don't have heat. They're not able even to make ice. It's a ghost town. I mean, we're really grateful to even be playing a show. That, you know, the venue just opened again, so we're happy to be here. As many of you know, Stephanie, our manager, set up a fundraiser, and those of you that have donated already, thank you so much. If you haven't and you want to help, we're going to leave it running a little longer. The city of Asheville needs our help. These rescue workers need our help. They need our support. Every cent counts. Every cent. This is being underreported. The media is not being truthful, so any help and support for our fellow man is appreciated. Please watch this video to hear what's actually going on. And if you could share it, the more people that watch it, the better. Because what's happening is not being reported. And these people need to feel supported by us. Thank you so much. Hey guys, we're in Asheville, North Carolina, and I'm here with Zach and Shannon, who are part of the relief effort from Hurricane
Search and Recovery.
So could you just give us a rundown from when the hurricane came through and what it's been like since then?
So initially when the hurricane came through, Asheville sits in the mountains. They don't flood. Everyone comes here when a hurricane happens. We were told that rain would come in. That was it. We didn't know what to not expect. So first thing that happened was power was lost, which means cell phones died, which means all the early warning systems for flood relief, and them having to release the dams around here, which I had no idea, living here for 6 years, how many dams there are that had to be released due to the amount of water that was dumped during Helene's storm. But what that happened was, as these dams were released from uphill, water picks up speed and wipes out everything in its path. We've got entire bridges that are 4 lanes wide that were concrete that were just wiped off and pulverized. We're finding bodies that started 30 miles from where we actually find them. So it's a pretty wild, compacted debris field that we're working through here.
I mean, I'd say there's some parts of the river where the water, where it's sitting right now, probably at its natural state, probably rose 50 feet.
At least.
In some places.
So this was people always ask, why didn't they get out? Why didn't they do this and do that? Where the fuck do you go from the mountains? So think about that. We're at elevation. You're like, oh, how the fuck can it flood the mountains? Well, we found out. So I guess I'm one of those stupid people, but you're looking at one. So
not only that, but also you have the flooding that's going down through all the valleys and gullies, but then you have all the mudslides that are happening because they got a lot of rain prior. Western North Carolina had a rain prior to that, so the ground was already saturated, and then Helene hit, which was like a double down, and so you're getting screwed from every freaking angle with the rivers rising up, going through the valleys, and then the mudslides happening, and power going out, people not getting information, and they're in the matter of minutes they're getting water, an inch of water in their house to 3 feet of water to the whole house just moving. And I just want to know why the news, I feel like every single news outlet isn't, they're saying oh, there's 200 people dead.
That's correct.
In maybe a 10-mile radius.
So you would say that the mainstream media is being dishonest.
For sure.
I hate being one of those people because nothing makes me angrier than a conspiracy theorist. And I don't even know what the conspiracy would be, dude.
I don't either.
But why cover this up, dude? There's plenty of money to be made. Come help people.
Right.
What's the big deal with that? Come help people. There are people who are camping in their yards right now because they don't have fucking anything to go back to. It's washed away.
So, and we're coming into winter months, so it gets cold up here, and
currently
you have people that don't have homes. They're sleeping in tents with their families that they're going to start freezing to death if they don't have cold weather gear. I mean, shit, I've seen kids that have lost parents that don't have anybody. Like, it's just,
I'm not one for pointing blame, because like it's a disaster. There's no blame to be pointed. But everyone talks about, oh, well, FEMA's got it, the National Guard's got it. No, they don't. We don't see them out here. They're not fucking doing anything. The process with FEMA is to get your $750, get denied twice, then try to find internet to get established for the third time. Oh, by the way, try to find somewhere to sleep for the night. So we need to completely revamp our national emergency readiness. It's absolute fucking bullshit what's going on here.
tell them your experience with FEMA whenever they came to Swan River.
FEMA does an initial sweep of a disaster zone, and not knocking them. You know, they're limited to what assets they have. But everybody's like, oh, well, FEMA cleared this area, it's good. Then we go back through an area and we find 6 people. So it's not good. There's still work to be done here. The big thing right now is trying to figure out an actual missing persons count. We have counts as low as 94 are missing for the entire disaster. We have counts as high as 1,136. Now, let's do some simple math and probability and statistics. There were 126,000 homes destroyed during this disaster that happened at night in a mountainous region where the terrain's already difficult as fuck. When a road washes out here, you can't go around to the side. You're embanked. So you have 126,000 homes that were damaged or destroyed. You tell me how many people are missing. I'll wait, because those numbers have been released. We know that we have classified Helene now as a geological event, not just a Cat 4 hurricane. 126,000 homes. Probability statistics tell me our numbers are a lot higher than fucking 96 missing people.
Because everybody was probably in their homes.
I can do whatever.
So it's an ongoing. It's not.
So it's an ongoing
just
battle. It's
happening.
it's multifaceted. There's no side, left, right, anything like that. It's like, dude, give us the resources. Let us help, because it's all volunteers here on the ground. It's veterans. It's everybody out here taking care of their neighbor. The one thing that I've learned from all this is none of us who are watching this right now hate each other. We hate media. We hate politics. We hate bullshit.
Yep.
So if the government doesn't get involved, then fuck them. But also, what the hell are we paying taxes for?
What is the best way for people to? Because obviously the government, we can say they dropped the ball. You know,
I mean,
it's nicely.
There's a lot of different organizations that are in place that are for the purpose of this very thing that have dropped the ball, and
I wouldn't say drop the ball. I would say, you know, with government, there's a reason for bureaucracy and red tape. And by all means, that usually works, a system of checks and balances. In a hurricane, we need a process to cut those fucking ties and say, hey, fuck it. Some things are going to be, we're going to pass out a little more resources than we need to. But that's okay, because that's a disaster. So why do we need a system of checks and balances during a disaster? We don't. Get the fucking help to the people ASAP. Worry about the expenses later.
And to piggyback off of that, like with building roads or bridges, like, yeah, you build like a bridge out of logs and dirt, but if it's going to work temporarily, it's going to help get supplies to these people. So, you know, some people like with FEMA and other groups like with the red tape are saying, hey, these aren't up to code, you can't do that. Motherfucker,
Right.
like, these people are dying, they need help. Like, it just shut the fuck up. Let us get a path to get supplies and assets to these people to help them. Like,
That's ridiculous.
yeah, just temporary. The goal is to give a temporary solution to provide immediate relief, to then on the back end come in and then like what's the word? Freaking build, like, give a permanent solution later down the road.
Right.
But right now you need
Temporary solutions are fine.
Right.
Move for permanent solutions when you're out of the immediate danger area. So once we have a better situation foothold, we can move into, okay, permanent situations. Oh, well, somebody else might die. Well, somebody else might die because they can't get their fucking insulin. There's a lot of reasons for that we should make these temporary loopholes. But
One thing
I'm just one man. I don't have the answers. I don't think any of us do. And I think pointing blame at this, that, I don't think any of that matters. I think right now what needs to happen is there needs to be coverage over this. The story needs to be told.
the reality of the situation.
It doesn't have to be a left
not
wing,
big-
right
it's not
wing,
It's not
blue
not
versus
from
red.
what I've seen. No.
Right.
It This is like every day for me.
We've been running an online fundraiser. A lot of people out there have been donating. We want to make sure that these funds get to the people that need them. We want to go directly. So how should we do that? What do you recommend?
World Central Kitchen's been doing awesome work out here. We've seen them firsthand. We've seen the Red Cross. We saw them today.
Salvation Army.
Salvation Army. We've seen beloved Asheville, a lot of local charities, Red Line Initiative, the America Project, Operation Beacon, which is who we work for. There's tons of organizations that are doing great things out here. Savage Freedom Defense is doing great things. I mean, man, we could sit here and list organizations for days. What we don't see a lot of is federal government involvement. Why? I don't know. I'm sure they're doing things like in the background, helping people like financially, but we need boots on the ground here too. So
we'll make sure to list all the organizations you mentioned. People keep donating. This is a real fucking tragedy. These are real people, and they're doing their best. And guys, thank you so much for helping him.
Yeah, man. No problem.
God bless you.
hey, thanks, brother.